Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are on this journey to love. And so I want to share a couple of messages today. One is a letter that I channeled for a lady yesterday. And she said I could share it because it really shows about how the walls are coming down. And the mantra for today is I call in my twin spirit to help me create the life of my dreams. I call in my twin spirit to help me create the life of my dreams. Repeat, repeat, repeat. And so at the moment it's and I just did a quick group healing for the people on the crystal grid that I do. And the vision that I saw was an iceberg, and the top of the iceberg, basically we were throwing the awakened twins, or the ones that are watching this video, we were throwing snowballs at the iceberg, but the snowballs were little balls. They weren't ball shaped, they were heart shape. And so when they were hitting the iceberg, the hearts were melting the ice. And so it was, again, really, really a great little visual to see what's happening. So the more that you are sending love, the more that you are emanating love, the more that you are working with the twin spirits to create the life of your dreams, the more you are putting your intent out to the universe, then literally you are melting that iceberg that is keeping them, basically frozen, but not frozen for fear. Frozen for fear of hurting you, frozen for fear of stepping out of their comfort zone, but basically gradually that ice is melting. And so that is the message today. So I'm going to read this lady's letter, because a couple of letters, another lady I did a letter for, she came to me in October for a letter, and then I did another one for her yesterday. And she came back and she said, wow, the difference between the first letter, which was very kind of she said you could tell it was very higher self, to then the one now, which is October, November, December, January, February, March, 6 months later, it's very much more into the physical. So it sounded much more less spiritual, more his physical self. And so I was like, oh, that's so great. It just shows how much we are embodying our spirit into our physical, which has been happening for us all. We're all grounding our soul essence into our physical bodies more and more and more. And so it was really reassuring, because it just, again, makes you realize that, there is definitely a shift of grounding the energy of love, the essence of your soul, into more and more of who you are. And when that happens for you, it has to happen for your twin as well, because you are the same energy body. And so you'll be working on it together in different ways, because you are both the same. You are the energy body of each other. So when you lift and shift your energy, they will too, and vice versa. So the next letter I'm going to share is this one, because I heard back from the lady and she was like, no way. She's like, how do you do that? It basically, your letter relays a conversation that I just had with my twin. So this is the message, and it says, I love you. I've always loved you, but I've just been too shy, too nervous, and too scared to let my true feelings show. I've been hiding behind a big, massive brick wall that I built up to protect myself a long time ago. I'd shut myself off from my emotions, and I'd become immune to feeling anything. I had, quite literally, numbed myself to life. I'd been keeping myself numb for fear of getting hurt or rejected. But I've truly been miserable, and you are the only person ever that has been able to see through my wall, and have been able to see past my scratchy behaviour, for which I am very sorry. I know sometimes I have acted like a bear with a sore head, and I'm really sorry. I just did it because I was afraid to open up. And somehow with you, I felt compelled to let my heart and soul out. So I had to push you away. I'm sorry. I do love you and I do want you. Now, which is very common, right? Because they're afraid of the connection, they think it's too intense. And they can't help. There is a yearning of their soul to be able to be exactly who they are. You see through to the heart of them. And somehow it melts them. But very quickly they then put up a barrier to it. Because they're like, what? I can't be that vulnerable. And so this was so amazing because she was like... How do you do that, Nikki? Because the last conversation they had on email was basically about a wall. And so this is the thing. And this is why I was like, well, I just tap into your energy and I write whatever I hear. So, you know, this is the message that her twin wants to give her. And it is a great message for everyone. Because it is to remember that if that is happening and they do, you know, tricky behavior and all of those things, it's because you kind of are something else to them, you know. It's just, and they can't explain it because it's like that feeling of, wow, I want to be able to spill my soul. And I feel like I've never felt like that before with anyone. And then the fear sets in. So they kind of like, then they're like, oh crap, I need to push that away. But you see, just like I said from the group healing that I did, your energy, your love, your intent is basically melting that iceberg. So I'm going to read number 75 from the Divine Love Letter books because somebody asked me to read it. So letter 75 is this, that I'm really sorry. Actually, I'm beyond sorry that it's taken me such a long time to get my shit together and declare my true romantic feelings for you. Life has been tough and it's made me not trust myself and not trust that I can make things be good in my life. And so I couldn't trust that I wouldn't mess yours up too. That's why I've stayed away for so long. I'm still battling with my own inner demons. And I don't want you to see me like that. You deserve more. You deserve me to be me. The me that isn't riddled with fears and doubts. I'm getting there, and I will get there. But sometimes I slip backwards again. All I can say is that I'm really sorry. I want to be the man you fell in love with. I want to finish off what we started. I want you to be our final chapter together. I love you, my darling. Trust me, I'm trying to make my way home to you. Right. Well, I mean, just makes you want to cry a little bit, I think. Because it's like, I've always wanted to just be the romantic person that you bring out in me, right? You're, you know, that's the thing. So 75 from book 2 is this. I love you. I want you. I need you. I am so besotted with you. You be still my beating heart. For you are the only angel that floats my boat, stills my inner waters, and awakens all of my emotions. You have brought me into a new beginning of who I am and what I'm here to do. No more aimlessly floating through life with no clue what I'm doing. Now I have a purpose. I know why my heart beats and what makes it tick. It ticks for you, and the tick-tock clock of our clock is waiting to chime. Our chime can be heard across the universe. Focus on the beat of your heart, and you'll find me. Right, so, focus on the beat of your heart, you know. Focus on the feel of their touch around you. You know, the other thing is if you feel like you haven't felt them recently around you, then ask for them to be around you. Ask for them to touch you. Ask for them to feel you. So you start to connect with their energy really strongly. You know, everything is about intent. And so the more that you work with the twin spirit energy, the more you see it all around you, the more you feel it, the more you touch it, the more you can see, you know, it's everywhere. They are literally everywhere around you. Every conversation, every, you know, TV, article, newspaper, it will be full, absolutely full of messages and signs from your twin, because they are constantly wanting to get your attention. And so if you go a bit much into your mind, you don't tend to see them. But again, if you work with your twin spirit intentionally to say, please show me today all of the messages, please open my eyes so I can really connect to you, please let me feel you around me, right? And again, it may not happen straight away, but be sure if you start doing that every single day and saying, I want to feel you, I want to experience you in everything that I do, right? And you will. You absolutely will. So letter 75 from book 3 is this. Search for me here, search for me there, search for me everywhere. But you don't need to search anymore, because I am here. I'm in your heart, right in your heart. All the answers that you are seeking, all the questions that you want to ask, I already am. I already beat within your heart. You hear me when you focus on your heartbeat. That is the sound of my drum, of our united drum. We are banging the tune of our reunion band. So jump on the bandwagon and follow our tune. Wow. I mean, there you go, because it just, again, you know, it just, I mean, it's beautiful. The other one that I was going to read was letter 88, which came through yesterday. And it is, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, and never give up on you. Never give up on me, and never, ever give up on us. Because if you give up on us, then you are giving up on true love. And that is our mission. We have agreed to help each other, and we have agreed to be each other's person. We have agreed to be each other's wingman in life, to make the dreams come true, to make the magic happen. And that's what we are to each other. I'm the magician and you are my wand. Without each other, we do not create the magic. Remember that. You and me, we make magic. Keep on going and believe. Now, as it goes, number 37 was the other mantra that I was going to read. And it was about, I call in my twin spirit to help me create the life of my dreams. So, I mean, you know, how much more guidance do we need from the twins to say, just keep going. Please, please use my energy to help create this beautiful life that we want for each other. And union is already here. It lives in your heart and will be brought into our reunion at the perfect time. So until that reunion is here, then use the twin spirit energy to really create your new beginning and to live the life of your dreams. And so with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a special offer on letters, only $7. And I'm doing it because I know that lots of people are having a really challenging time at the moment. And so if you want to have a letter from your twin or from your guides, it's only $7. I'm going to do a special for today at the moment. I don't know, I might do it for a couple of days. And people always ask me, can I buy more than one? I'm like, yes, you can buy a whole load of them at $7. But I do ask you to keep a note of how many you use up, so that you keep a record of how many you use. All right, so it is $7, and you can buy as many as you like and use them over any time period. But I'm doing a special, and it's mainly because for those people that, you know, that really aren't, it's for everyone, but, you know, it's just a special offer because I know people are struggling. All right, so $7 for a letter. All right, take care. Bye.